Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll do git add dot. I'll do git commit -m test file. So added the uh, content right. Now if I go back to master, git checkout master. Now notice one thing, this commit will obviously not be here. So if I do git logs -one line, we can see the the new commit is not there, the new commit which we have added. Now, what am I going to do is, let's say here also I have added a new commit. Okay, I'll do git add dot git commit -n. Okay, now notice there has been a commit addition on the parent as well as on the child. Now in such a case, how does the merge will take place? Okay, now if I try doing a merge here, git merge test. Okay, if I try doing this, okay, a file opens up. Okay, this is a three-way merge, so I'll say three-way merge. Okay, I'm going to save it. Merge has taken place, right? You can see merge has taken place. Now how did it merge? Because we know our test had one commit, and in master also we had made one commit, right? So now if you do git log here -one line, three commits were already there, fourth commit was made, right? Now if you check the number of commits here, notice one thing, all the commits, these were the original commits, right? And a new commit which I had done on the test has also been added here. Okay, and after that the commit which I did actually here has been arranged, right? Now this kind of commit strategy where actually parallel work on both the branches is going on, yet there is no conflict, and when then you try to do the merge, right? The commits are ordered automatically serial wise. Okay, and this is called as a three-way merge strategy. So try this out. Make a commit to the parent as well. Okay, and then do the merge. Try this. Now till now we have not discussed about the conflict. We'll now talk about the conflicts which can arise out of your code. Do this. So make a commit to parent and child both, and then try it out. And in case if you would like to delete, get the commands, and these are the commands.
What is the parameter for three-way merge?
Parameter as in?
No, we need to tell the difference between the fast forward merge and the three-way merge, right? In the merge.
Right. See, exactly. The broader difference is in fast forward merge, what happens is your parent and parent branch did not really have any commit. Okay, while your child branch had commits. Fine, but in three-way merge what happens is your parent also had commits, and then your child also had commits, so parallelly you are working on both the branches.
Okay. Now, how do we specify in the merge command that this is a three-way merge is my question.
Okay, so we don't really specify anything. We don't
Okay.
specify anything else. Yeah.
We just
The
merge it
merge,
and it chooses the best method.
right. So the merge automatically takes place when you do git merge. The only thing that you will notice different is that in case of three-way merge, the merges are automatically aligned based upon the timelines. Okay. So now if you do here git log --- one line, you will see all the merges are automatically organized, right? Fine, guys. Now let's talk about the other thing, which is called merge conflict. Now, in what cases you might see the merge conflict arising? Is let's try and understand. So, merge conflict is a phenomena when multiple people try to edit the same line in multiple files, and then when you try to merge them, the conflict arises, which is very obvious because how it works out is Git tracks your files based upon line wise, and if for same line there are two values, then it won't really let you merge them. So just see this thing. Let's say uh, uh, if I do git log, if you see here, get now if I do git checkout test, okay, I'm on to test branch, and we can see all the files are there, right? Now let's say if I try to edit something here into this test.txt. Okay, let's say if I add a new file called conflict1. Okay, I save it. I'll do git add dot. I'll do git commit -m conf1. Right? I go back to my master, git checkout master, and I'll again, now on the master obviously this content is not there, so I'll go back to test.txt, and this time let's say if I add here conf2. Okay, if I save it, and if I do git add dot, if I do git commit -m conf2. Now we did one commit on the child, we did one commit on the parent, but on the same line and with different content. Now let's say if we try to merge them, git merge test. I'm again trying to merge it. Okay. Now see, what does it tells me? There are conflicts, right? And we have to fix those conflicts in order to let the merge take place. Now, what really does a conflict looks like? So when you open up this file, right, can you see the conflict is very clear here. So it clearly tells me the arrow direction that in the master, the head has this content, while in the test, the content looks like this. Okay, so we know where the conflict is, right? Now, whatever the content that you would like to keep, you can modify them. So let's say I would like to keep this content, and rest everything I don't really want to keep. Okay, I fixed it. Done. And then if you check the logs, git log -one line, right? Look, uh, this was a three-way merge, right? The commit and conf2. So this is still the merge has not taken place. So if we try to fix, once we have fixed it, it still says we have unmerged file exiting because of an unresolved conflict. Now, whatever the conflicts were, until you resolve them, they don't really get fixed. And this is the responsibility of the person who is looking after the repository to make sure that the conflicts are resolved in order for the merging to take place. Now, this was a very simple example and not very difficult to fix it. But in case of GitHub, when you have a code repository And for a single code repository, you have 4, 5, 6, or probably multiple collaborators, right? And each of the collaborators are pushing their code dynamically onto the GitHub repository or any other repositories. Then someone does have to fix the conflicts. And it's a very broad topic. There are different ways to do it, different architectures that organizations adopt for it. But know that in case of a conflict, someone has to fix it, and then only the merge can take place. Okay, so remember, with respect to the conflict, what really it is, if two commits and make changes to the same line uh, in a source code management, then they might result into a conflict upon a merge, okay, which has to be fixed in order to make it work. Now, these are all the basic operations that we have discussed with respect to Git. Now, let's go through some of the slides. We know everything with respect to hands-on. Let's go through some of the slides, and then we'll move on to the next topic, which is Jenkins. So read about Git. Now you already know how does Git works, so you should be able to pick it up very quickly.
Which is Git based on Python?
Git is based on?
Is built based on Python scripting or what?
No, it's not really based on any scripting environment as such.
Okay.
So you don't really need any specific runtime for Git to be working. Okay, read about the Git functioning. Some of these things you have already seen. So this is how the branching looks like that we saw, right? So you were working on the master branch, and then you created feature branches, and then eventually those feature branches came back. Okay, now if the master branch does not really have anything, then it's a very simple fast forward branch merging. But if the master branch is also generating its all commits, then we call that three-way merge. Okay, we have seen different kinds of operations with the head. that how you can work with the checkout, revert, reset command. And reset also has 3 options, right? And this is how it might look like in a broader scenario. So this is the feature branch which you have, and this is the production branch. Now feature branches are running at a different point in time with different types of snapshots. Eventually they get merged into their own child branches, and eventually all the changes get consolidated into the production branch. But once when a feature is being developed, they can have one branches, or they can even have a lot of sub branches depending upon how you implement it. Any questions, guys, you have on Git? Next thing, we are going to talk about a utility called Jenkins.
Yeah, hi Manchu. I have one question.
Yeah.
Manchu, they say something called cherry picking, right, in Git. So can you explain something on that?
So, I mean, have you ever used cherry picking for any purpose?
No. I just wanted to know what is that, because my few of my team members, they used to say cherry picking in Git, but I'm not really aware of what is that. So,
Right.
if possible,
So,
can you please
Git,
explain?
right. So, Git cherry pick is a command, okay, wherein what really happens is you pick a specific commit, okay, and that commit which you pick, right, uh, acts as a reference point for all the further commits which come across. Let me see if that command do we have available in here.
Can you please explain again, Himanshu? I didn't really get that. So the commit which we pick would be the base, something like that?
Yes, will become the base for all the proceeding commits. Okay, so in case if you have multiple commits, right, and if you pick a specific commit, then that commit will become base for all the upcoming commits, and then your head will start from the cherry pick commit from where you have started. Okay, but there should not be any pending commits in your branch for that.
Okay, got it. And is there any feature in Git where we can specifically remove certain commits out of that particular branch? For example, if I have one feature branch, if I have I have 25 commits in that, so I just wanted to remove like 15th, 18th, and 19th commit. Only these commits I want to remove it from the core branch. Can we do that? Only that particular commits.
Right, so there are 2-3 options that you have. One option is that you can go to a specific commit and rebase. Okay, that can be done. The second option is you can even do revert, right? Revert eventually reverts the commit itself. So if you have done 10 commits, and let's say you would like to remove third and fifth commit only, then you can revert them. So all the changes which you did in those 2 commits will get reverted, right?
Yeah, got it. Because like if in a code base, if multiple teams are working, suppose for example, if we go to release, and if, for example, after a specific time, a specific team says that we wanted to back out our changes. So ideally, what we used to do is we used to ask them to revert in there and do a new check-in. But is there some way that we have the power to that? Just I wanted to know that.
Okay, so revert is the option which you use. So let's say before the code gets merged into the production branch, you have a feature branch where everybody is committing, right? And let's say there is a certain commit that you want to get rid of. So you can revert that commit specifically, so that those changes will not even flow further. So
okay, then. Yeah, got it.
If they are doing pre-check-in, then you can tell them to do it locally, and if they are at post-check-in, okay, then you have to do it on the feature branch on your remote repo where you have got that commit.
Yeah. Once they push, like ideally the scenario happens once they have pushed their changes. So let's say if the cutoff date is by 10th, if they after 12th they say that okay, we have to revert those changes, So ideally, we would have finalized all the builds, right? So how, in that scenario, how we can specifically remove certain code changes? That is the only use case we have as of now, the challenging use case.
Okay, so see, pre-build you can easily do and revert, right, on your remote repo.
Yeah.
Right, so those changes will get reverted. Your code base will not have those changes anymore. Okay, after that, the branch you can merge into the whatever your production branch or build branch is, and then you can do the build from there on, right? Those changes will not really move forward anyways.
Yes, yes. Now the scenario is that they are. What if if the changes happened after we merge it to the production branch? Like after
Okay,
we
then
merge it, if they say we have to revert some few changes.
no. Then uh, will be very difficult, because then you will have to again do the right. Then you will have to do the reset on the feature branch, go back to the previous versions, and then remove those changes.
So ideally, a new build is required, right? In that scenario, we cannot do any
Right.
feature toggle to remove that. Right?
No. Once those changes are merged, right, and if you are using them to do a build, then build would have anyways triggered, right?
Yes, yes.
So even let's say if you have configured Jenkins to use a specific build branch, and once the merge has been done and the build has triggered, then there is no way you can isolate them.
Got it. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I have one question. So on Git reset actually. So we have used a Git revert to revert one particular commit that, but when it's pushed actually. But when it's pushed, is it possible to reset to like remove the 4 or 5 commits and then push it again? Because
Yeah, you can do that. Git reset will remove all the commits that you want. You can do, if you would like to keep the content and modify them, you can go with the mixed or soft one. And if you are looking to remove all the content itself, then you can go with the hard reset and then make a
yeah,
fresh
when I
commit.
give Git reset, I can add, right? So and remove continuous 5 to 10 commits and then give a
Right.
Git commit or Git push, right? It's not. I've never seen it's removing that in the when it's actually pushed to the repo itself.
Right.
That's what
So
I.
on repo, it will not really get removed, because if you have cloned your repository from remote repo, right? Let's say remote repo had five commits, then your local repo will have 5 commits, right? Now, if you removed it from locally, then on the remote, those commits are still there, right?
Yeah. So that means you're saying Git reset is not an option when it's pushed to a repo. Only Git revert is an option then.
No. So what am I saying is, first of all, the point is, see, if you are pushing to a branch, right, with the branch to which multiple developers are pushing, and that is still not being used for any important work, then you can go directly to the GitHub and then make those changes. Fine. Now, if you would like to remove it from locally, you can remove it from locally, then do a git pull and then do a git push. That way your changes can be pushed back and those commits will be removed. Or you can
No,
even
sorry.
try to
Git reset, then Git pull, and then Git push.
right.
Okay.
So Himanshu, I have a question now here. In meantime, I have got disconnected. My question is, if you are creating any files in the branches, like if you are creating a file in a master branch, and if I'm switching to a, sub branch, the dev or test branch, do I still see those files under different branches as well?
No, you don't.
But in
We
my
did
case,
see,
I was
right?
able.
We saw,
I
right,
was
when we
able.
moved to the dev branch, we did not really see those files there.
In my case, I was able to see. I'm not sure whether I'm doing it the right way or not.
So just see here. You are not supposed to see that. So if I do git branch rook, look, I have 2 branches, right? Now let's say if I
Okay.
go to my test branch, git checkout test. Okay. Now, if let's say if I create a file here, nano new dot txt, if I save it, if I do git add dot git commit -m, okay, the commit is done. Right now, if I do git log -one line, look, this is the status right now. Now if I go back to the master branch, okay, I did it on master, right? But
Okay.
if I create a if I go to other branch, which is test branch, I'll obviously not see this new commit, right? This new file. Like here you can see 4 files are there, right? So if I go to the other branch, git checkout test, okay, look, I still see 3 files only, right?
In vice versa,
Yeah,
if I
it's a
create a
vice
file
versa.
in the
Yeah, it
no,
will be.
I mean now we have created the file in the branch and we are not able to see in the test, right? If you create a file in the test, will we be able to see in the branch?
No,
No.
we'll not be able to see. So master and so right now I'm the test branch, right? If I create a file called new test.txt, okay, okay, I created this file called new test, right? Now if I go to master, I'll obviously not see this file. You can say new test is not there, right?
Okay. But in my
That's
case, I was able to see the file. I'm not sure. Okay.
fine, guys. Now let's talk about the new thing called Jenkins. Okay, now Jenkins is the continuous integration tool. Now what really is the continuous integration? First of all, let's try understanding that, and then we'll talk about Jenkins.
So Himanshi, will this PPT be shared?
No, let's go through it. Now, what really is the continuous integration? So continuous integration is the process of integrating new code written by developers with a mainline or master branch frequently throughout the day. This is in contrast to having developers work on independent feature branches for weeks or months at a time, only merging their code back to master branch when it is completely finished. Now, what Jenkins allows you to do is, Jenkins not only allows you to do continuous integration, it is a very powerful utility and allows you to do a lot more. It allows you to do automatic fetch from your source code management. It allows you to execute different build utilities like popular build utilities, Maven, Gradle, all of them get integrated with Jenkins. Jenkins is also capable of doing the deployments. So in a lot of use cases, you can do deployments on the cloud platform, Kubernetes, Docker containers, some of the middlewares like Tomcat, etc. can easily be used for deployment even. So Jenkins is capable of doing more than continuous integration, and is very pretty popular. Now let's try and understand how does Jenkins work. What all do we do in there? So Jenkins is an open source automation server that is widely used by many organizations to implement popular DevOps practices such as continuous integration and continuous delivery. Now, Jenkins is the most popular open source automation server, which with more than 165,000 active sites globally, and this number could be somewhat up and down. Okay, it was initially developed by a guy called Kosuke Kawaguchi in 2004. The product was initially called Hudson. Now they call it Jenkins. Now, installing and working on it is pretty straightforward. So we'll take a look. How do you install it? Fine. So I'm going to first of all talk about Jenkins installation. Now, pay attention. In order to install Jenkins, okay, I'm going to create an AWS EC2 instance with Ubuntu base image. Okay, Ubuntu 16.04 base image. So just pay attention, how do I create an instance?
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.